It's 2015 and that means we're celebrating 25 years of Farnham in Bloom.
Happy birthday, Farnham in Bloom!
Well, I must apologize, 'cause I'm a dreamer when your sky's cloudy.
It's really a community project. It's not just baskets of flowers. It is getting the whole community involved in doing something to make the town better and more vibrant for the community to live in. That's the difference. It's not just about a basket of flowers.
It's nothing new.
Well, this is the Town Council's greenhouses at the far end of West Street, where the team have toiled for the whole winter getting this year's flowers ready for Farnham in Bloom. And it's looking really good. I think we're in for a very good year this year.
There was a brown man stood at 5 for 10, and alone he carried the world. Come 17 with his head in his dreams, he fell deeply in love with a girl.
The community groups of Farnham have been busier than ever this year.
We're at St Mark's Church in Hale and we're planting a wildflower meadow to accompany the orchard that we recently planted here. And the idea is just to kind of provide a beautiful walk through as people walk through the churchyard on their way to and from the shops and when they come to the church, to provide a sort of a space where people can come and relax and enjoy the gardens. We're doing this in order to make the local area a more beautiful place for the community. We've been lucky enough to be funded by the Farnham Institute, who provide community grants. So we've got a group of sort of people here from the congregation, some members of the local Cubs and Scouts, members of various sort of youth groups in the area, all sort of come out here to sort of dig holes and get these plants in the ground. Well, we have a regular gardening club for the church grounds itself, which anybody's welcome to come and join in. So this is sort of an extension of that. We're very lucky here to have a churchyard with no burial sites within the churchyard, so we've got a lovely space that we can actually make into a good garden for the community.
So when I'm older than today, when I've got my proper job like my mother says, when I've got my split screen camper van parked outside, then I will be satisfied.
So it's great for our children to be involved in gardening projects. We have parents and staff and children involved as well, and they're involved in the planting and the growing of the vegetables and the flowers. They get involved in cooking the vegetables as well, and all the competitions that Farnham in Bloom offers us. In the past we've done quite well with Farnham in Bloom awards, so there's a bit of pressure this year to carry on doing well, but the children and the staff are so enthusiastic that we'll keep our fingers crossed. We have teachers and teaching assistants, Mrs Lee, Mrs West, Mrs Craven, Mrs Cook, all get involved in the project and in gardening club after school. We also have gardening afternoons where the parents come come and they help us with tidying up and planting and trimming back and all sorts of things. Children get a huge amount from being involved in the gardening, not just with the plants but also the mini beasts we've had this afternoon already, and they ask lots of questions and really get involved and feel a real sense of achievement as well from seeing those tiny seeds that they've planted develop into full-blown plants. I'm very, very proud to be part of the Farnham in Bloom competition, and very, very proud of our school grounds here at Badshot Lee. They're absolutely fantastic. It's a testament to the staff and the children here. We were lucky enough to go down and plant some hanging baskets, and we've got some here at school, but the children's faces when they came back to say they'd seen their hanging basket down in the town hanging up, very, very proud moment for them.
Well, we've been in the area for around about 20 years. It's called BBS Limited, and we're based actually in Recklesham, and you may have visited it. One of the reasons that we tend to do these things is because both my wife and myself, who own the company, are quite public-spirited. It's not unusual for people to borrow my van to do things. It's not unusual for people to borrow our chairs and tables to do things. And an extension of that is the fact that we would like to support things like this in a monetary way. We've sponsored baskets and things throughout the years anyway, but I'm totally impressed, you know, with the quality of the flowers around Farnham over the last few years. More particularly, the entrances to Farnham are absolutely a joy. It's quite uplifting. And so with that in mind, who wouldn't do this? That's the point, and that's really why we're involved.
We've got hundreds of clients, both DIY and contract clients in and around the Farnham area, and they spend good money with us, and we like putting something back into the community for them in the hope that Farnham will spend it wisely and improve the look of the area generally.
Farnham Institute charity is one of the oldest charities in Farnham, and the whole object is to make grants for the people, for the benefit of the people in Farnham. And you know, Farnham in Bloom really is one of the lovely things that we can do, and we're very pleased to be gold sponsors this year as we were last year.
25 years of Farnham in Bloom.
I was president of Farnham Visitors Council, and we meet with all the other organisations, and the Secretary of the Chamber of Commerce, Pam Tutor, said to me one day, we should have something like Farnham in Bloom. And I thought, what a good idea. So I went to Farnham Visitors Council, which I chaired, and said, let's go for it. And I can remember now Frank Cordy, who was the mayor, Frank was a great man in Farnham, but he said, it'll never happen. And I said, it will. And it has. And we got it going, we got logos, we got watering machines, and my retired lorry driver, old truckie, he cycled from Aldershot and watered, and then we thought that it needs a bit more, we need a committee, etc., and we got Carol Sahar to chair it, and she and Mike and Kate Tovey, between them, they persuaded Madge and some of the flower people of Aldershot in about year 3 to come along, and they took over and made a good job from there, really.
One of the most significant people involved in Farnham in Bloom over the last 25 years has been an inspirational lady named Madge Green.
Every single day, then I will be.
It's always interesting to be at the start of something, particularly if it's Farnham in Bloom, which was an absolute blank canvas. We have no tradition of flowers in this town, and there wasn't a flower anywhere. So it was lovely. We set about it, and what we wanted to do, we did. We felt very much astonished, actually, that off these lovely streets were awful downtrodden alleyways, walk-throughs, yards where rubble had lain for years and years. There were empty buildings with doors off their hinges, broken glass, literally half a second from West Street, and so on. And we thought we didn't want to put lovely things against grotty things. So we set to, we discovered who owned what. We had rubbish removed. The road to the Citizens Advice Bureau was in an appalling state. We managed to get that resurfaced. As the years went by, I mean, we didn't do it all in the first year. We nibbled it slowly. And our aim was really, we think it's such a lovely town. We're all of the same opinion. We wanted it to be even better. And the same spirit goes on today. As the Mayor has just said, we want it to continue even better than it was before.
Madge did a fine job. Yeah, she really had the foresight and stuck with it, and the group that helped her do it. Because, you know, I've seen them out here at 7 o'clock in the morning, watering and goodness knows what all those years ago. So we've got a lot to thank Madge for.
The town is full of wonderful people, is all I can say, and we discovered an awful lot of them. Anyway, wish all the very, very best to the In Bloom people this year, who are beavering away just exactly the same way as we did.
Farnham in Bloom. It's about the people of Farnham.
Farnham in Bloom, yeah!
Then I will be satisfied, satisfied, satisfied.